believe we are alive. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Today's stream topic is about the work we have to do. Specifically talking about this inner work. This work that you have to do for yourself so that your life can be better for you. Right? And it's one of those things. And it's one of those things where every single one of our journeys are different. Right? The work that you need to do for yourself so that you can live a good life is gonna follow you wherever you go. It's kinda messed up a little bit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like there's no easy way out of the work you have to do kind of vibe. The whole wherever you go, there you are understanding. And I feel like my work is definitely myriad, legion. My work is legion. so many, so many things for us to learn how to get better at. How to get better at not feeling senses of abandonment. How to get better at releasing the universe. Like I'm watching one of the kitties try and catch one of the lizards in the trees. Peppy is trying to get my attention once more, loving. She's like nudging me with her little nose. Wacha wachachi, wacha wacha. Right? And if I haven't been doing the work, and this is one of the pieces of work that I've been, at least I feel, called to do, is become more patient and more calm with those that I love. And that includes these little animals, right? Our little pets. I had to do the work, calm down, become a little bit more kind. Instantly, like she starts putting her nose up against my hand. Now she's terrorizing poor Shelby. What are you doing to Shelby? What are you doing to Shelby? Don't terrorize little Shelby. Don't terrorize her. She's saying meow. She's saying meow. Can you hear her, puppy? She said meow. I just want to play, Puppy says. I just want to play. Good morning to you, Loizana. It's nice having you here with us, dear friend. Sending you so many blessings. We're here. We made it. Today's stream is an important one to me because I feel like I had the opportunity to really reconsider just how much more work I have to do. To some of you friends who are still wondering, I'm still watching Kitty try and parkour. Let me see if I can show you. That's the view I'm looking at, by the way. And then there, you see that kitty in the tree. She's been chasing a lizard around. You can see her looking for him now again. The big cuddle. Work? I ain't doing that shit. I don't think we have a choice, Sam. I don't think we have a choice. It is work. It is work. Right, again, let me see if I can switch this. I want to show you that scene for a little bit. Isn't that nice? That the work you have to do is not necessarily something you can choose, Sam. It is your work. It is the work that is taking care of the part of yourself that is irritable. It is the work that is taking care of yourself or taking care of the part of yourself that is insecure. It is the work that is taking care of the part of yourself that is feeling like they're an imposter, feeling like they're unlovable, feeling like they don't have the ability to control things, feeling like they are losing something, right? Because even though these emotions are true relative to the one that feels it, right? True as a feeler, if you will, they're not true ultimately. Like we articulate to ourselves sometimes, the injustice of our own lives. And this is like me speaking in vague terms, just thinking it back to the experiences that I've had of, things being a little bit different to the way that you thought they would be, and how that like completely throws your mind and spirit, into a whole tizzy. Don't have the ability to come to a state of stability. Speaking in vague terms, how can I make it more clear? What am I trying to say actually? I'm trying to say that I definitely, and I believe everybody, still have a lot of work to do when it comes to my inner state of being. Reach higher levels of calm despite the electricity being switched off. Take better care of myself. Be more gentle with the way that I show up in the world and those that show up in it with me. Be more aware of the impact that my actions and my words have in this reality. I know you're mostly talking about inner work, but I'm being job shadowed at work this morning, and I'm a little nervous. Oh, Loizana, you'll be great. Go and teach that youngin' how to do them gerbs. I'm sure they don't get to have what you're giving them a lot. Friends, appreciate this scene today. It does have a fairy tale-esque feeling to it. Clouds are very nice. Look at that kitty just cutely sitting. Hey, Joy. Whoa, that was not white? I've been punched in this whole time? That melted my brain for a second. The punched in view was kind of good though. Right, was a good view. Go back to punching. Yeah, it's a better lens, that's why as well. Better lens and better sensor. Zoom in on that kitty. Hey Shelby! Hey Shelby, Kaiki! Joy Beef sent me a link recently telling me that cats do in fact know their names. They just don't care when you call for them. Shelby! Hey cats! And then of course, as I'm calling for Shelby, I go, Shelby! Shelby Kaiki! Pippy is like, what? Why are you giving anybody attention but me? Oh, blessings. Is it by a younger person or by someone hoping to get a job, Lois? Do let us know. The second one, it's actually an old friend of mine. Okay, that should take some of the pressure off, right? Or is there some imposter syndrome of you showing them what you do for work and that not feeling like work enough or something like that? I'm getting my hand eaten. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ouch, ouch, ouchie. I'm gonna try and pull my hand out slowly. I'm gonna try and save my hand from getting eaten by a monster. Getting monster eaten. Getting I don't know if you friends can see, but she has like a little bongo on her nose. I don't know if she ran into something or if something bit her nose or whatever happened, but we've been taking care of her. Oh, you so much, oh, so much, that you hear? Hmm? My sweetie. Oh, my sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. She doesn't want to be held. I know, sweetie. Okay. That's true. She hears you and she's ignoring you because she knows you don't actually want anything. I mean, what can she give me? Like, if I can ask the cat to bring me an apple, I'd be calling on the cats all the time. I don't feel like that's an excuse. I feel even if they knew full well that I intended to get something from them, they would still not give me attention. Be like, why am I gonna come to you, bro? You have legs too, oh. Why use your legs to come to me? Duck, that's your due. Bless you, bro. That little dog has so much personality. Puppy is absolutely chock full of it. He's eating ants right now. Are those ants doing something, Puppy? What are those ants doing? What are they doing to ants? Hmm? What are they doing to ants? What are they doing? What are them doing to ants? What are they doing? What are they doing? Freaking ants. Are they antsing down there? How dare they ants? They can be antsing. She's absolutely adorable, Lavazana. All you have to do is put food in it, give it waters, and then it just goes. It just goes. Oh, it just keeps going. Ah, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Thank you for not hurting me, sweetie. Hey, Kartha is here. He says, Mel, saw you live. But I can't stay at the moment. But I shall return. I have to go to the bathroom and I have to work to do that. It will take a few minutes. Coincidence? I think not. Bless you, bro. Thank you for doing the work, man. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for showing up in this world. It's nice having you here. You've been missed. I was thinking about you recently. It's nice seeing your name right now, bro. Sending you blessings. That's Kristen too. Lovings to you. I got back in bed and Baba is under the covers with me. His cute little furry head is poking out of the covers. Those cows are losing their minds. Moo. They be mooing. Right? They only got that one sound and they use it. It's like a kid of a button. They keep pressing it over and over again. Moo, 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 it's gonna moo, moo. Dog, I wish I could hire you next spring to transform my backyard and my little acreage. I think it might be a little bit too far for him to fly out or something, right? But possibilities. Still a possibility after all. Blessings to you. Swampy. Kristen, if Swampy will get his shiznit together, JK. I told them people would love to watch a series of me and him going to people's yards and fixing shit. Oh, yes. Absolutely. People's places. 100% people would like that. I think there might already be a bunch of channels that do really well making content like that. And now I can take you to the garage while I work on my bike. Yes. Look at me in Kartha's garage. There is a bike. There is a Kartha. There is me speaking mostly incoherently. I feel like kind of lost as of late, right? Since Shan hasn't been here, like there's definitely like there's a part of my brain missing as well. To you friends wondering about Shan, Shan has been on a journey. You know, she did share with us. So I'll catch you up a little bit on the details. But Shan was taking Adderall for like 10 years, you know, like ADHD medication. And she also, you know, uses plant medicines as well, like Mary Jane, and ceased completely using Adderall which was a massive part of her routine, right? Like it was just one of the things that she did and continued doing it for a literal decade, ceased completely, went without the Adderall for like six, I think maybe 8 weeks, and then she decided that she was going to stop smoking weed as well. And since stopping smoking weed, that is basically when she stopped showing up in this space. And it is this, the way that I articulated it to myself in the yoga again today and during my sober October as well, is that when you smoke weed, it can be used as a tool to bypass certain emotions, certain understanding, certain lessons that you should be learning. And now that Shan isn't smoking, there's a lot of these lessons and understandings and interpretations of reality work, right? Today's stream topic, there's a lot of work arising in her experience right now. And as a result of that, she's giving her attention to that work, giving her attention to her little one, giving her attention to herself, and making sure that love is true. Send Shan lovins, echo it into the world. And when she returns, if she returns, we'll be here to love her. Send her good vibes. Let me see. I doubt they'd want to see me, but I can run the hell out of a camera for you. Joe Schmo, don't sell yourself so short, bro. What are you up to, Melt? How are you lately? I've been very melty as of late. Like dissociative, like soft, like blurry. That's kind of what I've been like over the last like few weeks. And it's not necessarily something I'm proud of. I don't think it's good, but it is the reality of the situation kind of vibe. So I'm trying to get a little bit better at reeling myself back a little bit. Today, not smoking on stream is an act of trying to reel myself back, of not being too blurry or whatever, right? Like melting so much that the lines disappear as well or whatever. But other than that, there's a bunch of changes coming. Gartha, I'm thinking about, well, it's been thought about. Uh, I'm starting a new business next year. We're going to be doing 3D mapping for festival decor, potentially like just entertainment decor in general, eventually. So I'm gonna be working a little bit more next year, probably, but that also hopefully will mean that I'll earn a little bit more income because things are not sustainable right now, unfortunately. But that's the way it be. How about for you, Kartha? You've been through a few ups and downs. You've been gone for a while now. What's new with you? If I had a move button, I would press it constantly and probably take it everywhere. Move. Duck, I'm a bit confused. I came in right after you said my name. The whole Kristen, if Swampy will get his shiz together. I think Duck Dad might have answered Loazana when Loazana said, I wish I could hire you to take care of my little acreage. That's maybe where the confusion happened, I think. Speaking incoherently and passing the smoke on peace pipe. No way, Swampy. You were a part of the shenanigans. Yeah, sorry, pre-caffeinated. I am currently caffeinated. In fact, I am more caffeinated now than I usually am. Right? And I don't necessarily feel proportionally better or more energized. In fact, I feel worse. I think caffeine might be a lie, bro. I don't think caffeine works the same way it used to for me anymore. And that kind of bums me out. I used to really get the benefits of caffeine, and then I took a month break, and some reason my brain rewired itself or something. Shan is the glue that holds us all together. Well, again, as Loazana shared as well, every single one of us needs to be together for glue to work anyway, right? Glue can make it a little bit more sticky, but doesn't really serve as a finality. Cold welding, the fact that things can melt into each other at zero temperature, degrees Celsius, even Low Kelvins. Oh, Pippi is being so cute. She has her little head rested on my card box. Being such a cutie, but Judy. Yeah. So maybe that's what I'm like insecure about, Duck Dad, is that if Shan is the glue that holds the space together, then all of you friends are gonna leave. At least for now, until the glue's back. Blessings. Love is true. Right, you don't need glue when everything's melted. Serves as its own glue. I woke up yesterday and the pontoon boat was sinking. So I had to drive it to the ramp like half underwater. That junk was exciting to say the least. That sounds like a whole trip actually, bro. Sending you blessings, man. I hope that wasn't too bad. Hope that the boat is out. Did you find a hole in it or something? Cartha says, I quit Adderall and similar product when I turned 18 because I could finally make my own choices and did my own thing with weed. But it can be overused as anything, and I'm going through one of those extended periods of use that make you step back and step away. Moderation is key. I'm smoking my last cigarette today and cutting back on weed starting tomorrow. I have ADHD too, if I've never told you. I feel like most of us in this space are probably a little bit ADHD, Kartha. Might be in part why we're drawn to this space. I have been okay, been getting better. I'm in my observational state. If you want to sit and take a step back from existence as it is and open your eyes to be in the present. We need those moments too, bro. Just taking some time to breathe. Knowing that no matter where we go, how far we go, how deep we go, all of the work we will ever have to do is going to be done right here. Right here in this moment. All of the work you'll ever do is going to be done. Y'all keep changing your usernames, and my monkey brain doesn't remember changes. Is there anybody with a new name in chat right now, Duck Dad? Are you talking about Kartha? Karthatic killed it? Kartha, I remember. He has the same profile picture as well. I don't know if you're talking about him. Maybe there's more friends in all messages that I'm missing. Oh, sorry, bye, man. Sorry, much of my vibes. Much of my baby kiss. Being able to give my doggo peps. Give him a pepper kiss, pepper kiss. Yeah, petsy, petsy, petsy for peppies. Or no, it's a much. Oopsie. Much, much, much. By the way, sorry I didn't say hi to the community. I miss y'all. Hope you were well. Thank you, Kartha, for saying hi to our dear friends. It's okay. We are sending you blessings. We're basically the same person. I'm not surprised we get mixed up. Same. Extended periods. Duck and Joe, I would put you up and feed you well if you come to do an episode for your future YouTube series and pay you well, of course. Me too, Cathartic. That sounds so nice, actually. Sounds like all wins, You get to have cool chats with a Loazana, get to eat Loazana foods, get to see new spaces, take care of Loazana's garden, make an episode for the YouTubes. Man, so many wins. So many wins. So many winnies. So much sweetie kiss. Oh my sweetie bedweetie. Man, I would give so much to live little Pippi's life right now. Not a worry in the world. What's there to worry about? What am I gonna worry about? Oh, global warming? Not a problem. War? Not an issue, says Pippi. Death? I don't think about it. I just try to not think about it. I just don't think about it. And I'm alive right now. I just lay on grass and get belly scratches from a human being. What more is there to understand? I eat food. I eat my little duck kibbles and I drink my little waters and I chase the little ratters. I don't need to complicate it. Life is simple, bro. Don't you see? Don't you see it's all so beautiful? Yeah, puppy. I'm paying attention, sweetie. Little feetsies. Okay. Mm. Does caffeine work any differently in an ADHD brain? I don't know. Hey Google, does caffeine work differently on ADHD brains? Let's find out together. In particular, research has found an imbalance in dopamine, yesterday's topic, transmission in the ADHD brain. Caffeine can help to increase the levels and effect of dopamine. Since ADHD is linked to the dysfunction in the dopamine pathway, caffeine might be helpful for ADHD due to its dopamine boosting effects. That might actually be what's happening to me, where I might just have the appropriate amount of dopamine in my brain right now, and that makes me feel bored. Maybe it's like a bit more of a roller coaster if you don't have the right amounts. You know, that way you're in that state of seeking, trying to find dopamine sources. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 no. I gotta get to work, says Loazana, but I'll 100% see you tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, etc. We love you, Loazana. We'll look forward to seeing you again real soon. I did used to have a different name, though. It's true. I also remember. But the same, the Cartha is the same at the start of it at the very least. Melty, yeah. You got the boat pulled out of the water and lifted up. It had an old repair that got compromised and started leaking again. So, not. So now it's dry docked and being repaired. Bless, bro. I'm happy to hear that it's at least, going to live a little bit longer. Lovins to you all, humanimals. Kristen, those present and those away. Dr. Joe and Karthik, Loazana, Sam, Shan, Lisa, Jovan, Joy Vive, Peppy, and everybody. Love to you, dear Kristen. I don't know if you're going away for today, but sending you love on your journey. Cartha says, Mel, you may have missed some YouTube chat, but I know it falls behind and gets out of order sometimes too. I was going to say, though, that in my whole time knowing you, you've mistakenly said my. The whole time knowing you, you've mistakenly said my name. I'm not surprised. I have never bothered to correct you though, because Kartha sounds more correct. I was hoping to rebrand to Kartha soon and was wondering if you would like to help me make a logo for my new branding under Kartha. You've continually inspired me to become a better person throughout the dark times in my life, and I would love if you were a part of the rebrand because I've been trying to find my name, and I think you found it. Katha. For some reason, I'm only now correctly reading it, where I'm like, what do you mean I'm doing it wrong? Reads your name, puts on my squinty squinties. Oh, it says Katha. Oh, okay. Oh, cathartic. Cathartic killed it. Kartha. I like Kartha as well. It sounds cool, right? Hey Google, what does Kartha mean? Carter. Nah, that's not what I asked though. That's not what I asked. Let's see if it has like some sort of meaning in some sort of language, bro. We might have a layer of meaning there as well. Kartha. Oh, it means Lord in the Malayalam language. It means Lord, dude. That's some power right there. I see Dan here. I've missed you, bro. Hey, Dan. Sending you lovin's, man. We're doing a little bit of like a thing for Kartha or Katha technically, but now it's Kartha. It means Lord, specifically in like the Hindu facilities or fractal of it. Kartha or Karthavu means Lord. in the Malayalam language, in an aristocratic Nair title, which traditionally meant one who does. It was conferred by the kings of Kerala to the powerful Nair families, and as such, they enjoyed Raja or Naduvazi status. So meant one who does, right, Kartha? So not only does it mean it's like a name of like you being a lord, but on top of that, it is a lord, someone who does. And since it's a rebrand, you're wanting to create like a fractal of personality for yourself, right? Realizing that the ego is ceaselessly melting. So creating an image of the ego you want to melt into, right? So as this ego that is Estian for me slowly melts away, the melt more ego is the thing that remains. Kartha, let's play a little bit more, shall we? I'm gonna read some comments before I continue though. That's really special. Cathartic, Kartha. It's all love. Bless so much. I've always rated that card like Karthspire. But that may be because of Skyrim bias. Love again to you, Dan. No way, bro. I'm happy that you like it, man. I hope that it fits even better for you. I never looked up Kartha, but it sounds right. So I've been searching for God my whole life. It's been a back and forth in my beliefs, but they say God is in all of us, right? Yeah, the Lord's, the gods, that which is power being you, man. You were it. You were the thing that you were looking for. Again, the work that you're going to have to do is going to have to be done here. Whether there's a God or not, you're still going to have to do the work. So I've been searching love again. I ordered groceries last night. They didn't get my grapes. I got a refund, but I wanted them grapes. It sucks. Bless you. I hope that you can get yourself some grapes if you're a refund at the very least. Also, apple-sized grapes would be great. Joy Vive, I'm so happy that that is now your brain damage as well. I'm happy that we share that brain damage because it feels like there's something a little bit wrong with me where I look at any fruit and if it's not the size of apples, I'm like, would be great if it was apple sized. Right? Yesterday was kiwis, talking about kiwis being apple sized. And then I saw someone juice pomegranates, right? Like him meticulously splitting it open and then knocking the pomegranate to get the little individual little grains out and then crushing those grains. And I was like, you know, it would be cool. Pomegranate grains the size of apples. And then I come into stream today and you're like, you know, it would be cool. Grapes the size of apples. The thing for me is though, Joy Vive, is I don't know if they're going to remain as crispy, right? Like for me, a very big part of my grape eating experience is the kar. It needs a kar. Ratsatsa, you know, when I bite into it. If it's just meh, meh, then I'm like, it can taste amazing, but if it's not like kar, then I'm not going to be that happy about it. So, can you have that kar, that crunchy experience, you know, through the whole of the apple or the grape-sized apple, the apple-sized grape? Oh, I don't know. Love is true. Assholes, joy. What? Forgetting the grapes? Yeah, that stings. I'm sorry you didn't get those delicious grapes. I was in Florida all week. Glad to be home. Glad to have you back, bro. How was the trip? Do let us know. Were you with mom? Was it right? Dan Gray. Was it as crazy as everyone says? I don't think I'm gonna go as long next year. Too much drinking. Too much ignorant politics. Politics. Yeah, I don't think there's escaping that these days, bro. A little Finch is singing his little heart out. Hey, little Finchy Finchy. You want to see what it looks like? There he is. You're like, I can't see him, Mel. Punch in closer. There you go. Oh man, that's a lot of punching. Suddenly that burp is big. Look at him, just disrespecting his surroundings. Disrespect your surroundings. He does look like he's just terrorizing the plant. being like, fuck you, little piece of, fuck you. I'm gonna destroy you and fuck you as well. Why is he doing that, little Finch? What is your objective, bro? Why are you destroying everything? Uh, the clouds. One more like scene like this. There's a little Pippi. Wow, you're so cute, Pippi. You're so cute. Yudi starts coming closer. She's like, "Don't you? I'll intercept you." Hello, Yudi. Hello, Yudi. She's like, "No, I'm gonna be here first, though." You're such a silly creature. I think this is the punching one. Better? No, no, like this. Ignorant politics. One of the congressional reps for the states actually trafficked a child and had to this day evaded justice. Am I a dangerous person? Oh, goodness. Remember how 3 days ago or something we talked about how asking yourself questions is a good way to come to the answer? Asking myself the question of, am I a dangerous person? In that context, the answer comes back a resounding yes, right? If someone trafficked a child, yeah, like I'm getting deja vu right now. What a trip. Yeah, don't traffic children. You think you think you can get away with it because the justice system isn't coming for you? Fathers will come to you, bro. I think you have more to worry about when fathers come for you instead of the justice system. I don't know what you expected going down there, Dan, but I'm glad to see you here again. I think he expected to see his mom, probably. Uh, is one of me. Yeah, he's one of many, Sam. My uncles aren't from Florida, though, Sam. They're just dumb. Florida is so lovely, though. It's paradise. Beautiful burbs. Thank you for sharing, Mel. Thank you for letting me share, Kristen. Florida was lovely until Republicans happens to enjoy beef. It's awful here. Stay away. Stay out of my swamp. Yeah, I was feeling the same actually. It's like, no, it's terrible. Don't come to Florida. I want to keep it for myself. Like a terrible, awful place that nobody should go. To be honest, Sam, it's not that lovely. SoCal is much nicer. Sorry, Joe. SoCal is way better. You should definitely go there. Joshua is just playing the role perfectly. Do you have a decorative "Be aware of ogre" sign hastily posted to a tree on your property, Joe? Not yet, but I'm thinking about it. SoCal is trash. I know because I'm from there. It's very nice weather and very scenic, Joy. Facts. Love is true. If you don't like SoCal and you don't like Florida, come to South Africa. How about that? How about, South Africa has nice weather too. There, Joy Beef did it for me. Yes, right. I mean, it does get hot. I won't lie. I won't lie about that because it does. It gets pretty hot here, but you can stay inside. And if you have a basic fan, right, like a less than $10 fan, no $10. Let's give you a little. Let's give you $20 budget. If you have a $20 fan, you're fine, right? You're gonna be fine in South Africa. However, living in areas where it goes into the minus temperatures and you have to burn propane just to keep the house warm, I feel like that's playing life on a higher difficulty level. Should you know Mama Max? He actively fights against predators. Good YouTubers. Bless him on his journey. May he win in his fight against the predators. Sorry, I had to bounce, but I'm back. Love to you, bro. We're going to create a little bit of stuff for Carther right now. Let me do /imagine. I'm trying to think about a logo idea for my friend who is named Kartha. He is using this as an opportunity to rebrand himself and would like an iconic logo that can be associated with the name Kartha. Hey, it actually got the spelling correctly both times. I am surprised. Let's see. It's gonna take a second or two, but let's come back to chat for now. Super sorry, Mel. I didn't want you to feel that way. When I say Shan is the glue that holds us together, I meant that her spirit and generosity and kindness brings us as a unit, even in her absence. I know. I know. Thank you for that love. It's just my mind, right? Again, and it's the whole work thing. Yeah, I can know you're a little bit later than I am, Duck Dad. You know, so we're not perfectly live, but you're in this moment with me right now, with me saying these words, and uh, today's stream topic is in part inspired by this experience of imposter syndrome that I've been having and showing up in this space, right? And like it being daylight savings again, so people are sleeping a little bit later, so there are less people in the stream early in it, right? And it allows me, it's not true necessarily, but it allows me narratives of unworthiness, of feeling like I'm losing it, right? And then thinking about Shan, you know, being on her healing journey and not showing up, and then your words of the glue of the space holding us together being gone, instantly my mind starts to catastrophize. So you don't have to apologize. Sorry for me making you think that you need to apologize. This is a part of my journey. You were loved. The fact that you are here right now means that you are offering more than you know. You are being the glue by doing so. It's the point I tried to make. Once a spirit is given to this collective, it is there even past the body because it changes us. Totally. Totally live. I skipped ahead. Bless you, bro. Also, do you have a drawing pad? I was looking into getting one, but don't really know anyone who uses them to base my purchase off. I don't have a drawing pad. I have a tablet, which you can technically say is the same thing. But they are expensive purchases, regardless of what you get. All of these logos look kind of bad. Like they just straight up ripped off at least two logos, right? This one is just like straight up Disney. They just like went straight for Disney shiznit though. They were like, yeah, you know that, na, 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 and then it makes like an arch around the towers, and then it like zooms in. Yeah, that was a cool logo, right? And it was like, yeah, that was pretty cool logo. Let's give it to Cartha. And then the other one is just straight like Huawei, right? I feel like this is like the Huawei, that cell phone brand logo. This one is pretty cool as well, but it's that one with extra steps. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more detail, bro. Like, what do you associate with Cartha? You did say bicycle. What do you want to make content underneath this name? Like, I feel the logo making process is a very personal one. Leg day, Gavity Goose here. Bless you. So I'll try and help. Give me more information, and I'll see if I can create a little bit more clarity. Why do you use so many unnecessary words when you ask the AI to do something for you? The more unnecessary words, the more information it has to create unnecessary detail that I didn't know I wanted. Oh, no, no, this base constantly changes, and sometimes that means dear friends of ours undergo changes of their own. We we hate it. We hate it, but we must allow it. Yeah. I don't even hate it. Weirdly enough, Sam, I feel like it is literally what I'm setting out to do, right? It's like I show up in this space to help you friends to facilitate what I consider conscious evolution. And then, as a result of you friends consciously evolving, you go on different journeys. You are set on new paths. You come to new awarenesses, to new understandings in your journey and what your purpose is. And then that takes you on a journey of your own. And I'm not only not surprised by it, but I should be happy about it. But again, it's like the bittersweetness of, I guess, and this is me again talking out of my ass because I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I'm trying to align it to the feeling of like a parent having a child, right, and raising them and seeing this person grow and then them leaving the home. Like, that them leaving the home is a good thing. It's a part of what's supposed to be happening eventually, at least, but it still kind of sucks, right? So that's the work I have to do. I appreciate you for echoing that, Lovins, dear Sam. Change is hard. I miss Shannon Beansy. Me too. So it be, love is true. The fact that you friends show up is what makes me happy. Hi, Unga Bunga noises. I'm working on this cake, baby. Love to you, gobbledygoo. Get them steely buns up. Maybe you can do a fractal instead. I use the fractal as a background to use it for the text background. I don't know what I would do. I'm still finding my new self. Keep doing that, bro. Like again, that's where like picking a name for yourself, I think, makes a real difference, Karitha. Like picking the name Meltmore for me, I didn't know who that would be either. Right, and now as I continue forward, Meltmore has become himself. Like I still am all of the people that I've been, but I'm leaning towards becoming Meltmore now instead of just relying on the people that I used to exist as or something. Jovan says love yous, and we love yous too. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you sharing how you're feeling. It's nice to hear how we impact you because you're always impacting us. Oh, Kristen. I try to be very uh, closed. Like I play the cards close to my chest when it comes to the way you friends make me feel because it's a lot, right? Like it's a lot. It's more than I'd like to admit sometimes. Like it's all day affair kind of thing. This is almost, and I say almost because the only time I spend where I cannot do it is probably like when I'm sleeping or distracting. But I spend most of my time thinking about this space, thinking about you friends, thinking about what it is we're doing, thinking about how I can be better in this role, thinking about how I can be more truthful, how I can be more genuine as this version of myself for you friends. And the fact that you're willing to join me, it doesn't cease to melt my brain, Kristen. Thank you. Thank you for offering me your presence as friends. So we can have this moment. There's an ant who seemed to have drowned in my water. Oh no, he's fine. He's still walking. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, I know it's a little bit early, but I'm gonna pull a card because I feel if we spend the next 25 hours here in this stream, or if we're going to have to go and spend that time in the outside world, we're still going to have to do the work that is required of us, right? Right here in this moment, the work needs to be done. Don't get bit. Yeah, those ants are pretty chill. They don't bite that much. They'll bite, but they usually only bite if you're stepping on a bunch of their homies. Otherwise, they're kind of okay. The smaller ones, weirdly enough, are the ones that are really a problem here on the farm. Like they'll like find you and they'll be like, "Oh wow, I've been walking on this surface for so long. Let me start biting at it." A little Finchy. He built himself a new house. You want to see what it looks like? That's the wide lens. That's the zoomy lens. He's gone again, but that's his new little nesty. Man, the colors are so trash when you zoom in like this. Ugh. I think I'm still a little bit more zoomed in than I want to be, but let's do it. Dixie says hi to everyone. She says it by snoring, but I know what she means. Tell her we love her. Dear little Dixie, sending you blessings, little doggo of ours. Okay, this is today's card. Little Finch. Star tetrahedron. The star tetrahedron, two interlocking tetrahedrons. One upward facing male tetrahedron, and another downward facing feminine tetrahedron, creating the Merkaba, a vehicle for interdimensional travel. A vehicle for interdimensional travel. So, technically and apparently, and this is again me talking about things that I don't really know empirically, but there's apparently a shape like this in you, in your spiritual body, where there's a triangle, right? Upward facing triangle, tetrahedron, that spins. And then there's another one, another triangle, right? That points downwards, that spins in the other direction. And they create like a vortex in the middle of them. And those two shapes, as they intersect one another and they stop perfectly, that's what they look like. And apparently it can be used to move yourself through dimensions. And the way that it relates to the stream topic for me is this understanding that even if you had, and I do think we do, but even if you had the actual ability to travel into multi different dimensions, you would still have to do the same work that is expected of you wherever you are. Right? Even with the ability to transcend this dimension, you won't be able to transcend the work, unfortunately. It's gonna come with you wherever you transcend. That's beautiful. So a TARDIS. Is it a TARDIS? I don't know if TARDIS is different to Taurus, but it technically does create a Taurus field. So yeah. Card number 12. I did pull it upside down, so I'll read that meaning first. Oh, this card has no reversed aspect. That's good to know. Vehicle and Merkaba. No, that was a Doctor Who joke. The TARDIS is used for interdimensional travel. Ah, okay. Thank you, Kristen, for making sure I know. Meltmore, you are an inspiration to many walks of life, brother. I can't speak for anyone else, but I return to this fractal almost daily due to the healing that comes from this community. I had a top-down view of a pyramid as I was absorbing your words, Brother Joshua. I feel like that's where a lot of my work comes in as well, Brother Bear, is that I'm worried in part, right? That with friends no longer showing up in this space, other friends will not get the same healing energy. And then they won't show up in the space. And then other friends won't receive the same healing energy. And it will be this like spiral downwards even. Love is true. Thank you, Brother Bear, for showing up. Well said, Joe, 100%. Joe has it always so perfectly. Be right back, working on the bike again. Love to you, bro. I am an inverted triangle shaped person. Let's see if you resonate with what this one means. This important three-dimensional shape in sacred geometry results from the interpenetration of two tetrahedrons, one upward facing, male, and the other downward facing, female. Together they form a beautiful configuration called the tetra the star tetrahedron or Merkaba. The Merkaba is believed to be an instrument of expanded awareness, a time space vehicle for multidimensional travel, and a path towards ascension. Choosing this card connects you with aspects of your being that stretch beyond everyday life and promise to support your understanding of evolving consciousness and universal wisdom. I love how today we talked about how you're going to have to do the work wherever you are. And the card we pulled is this one that calls to awareness, this understanding that you are, in and of yourself, a multidimensional being, which means that not only do the work you have to do follow you as a soul, right? Like you have soul work to do. It follows you around, but you have literal work to do in parts of yourself that you don't even know exist. Does that make sense? Right? Like there are spiritual layers to your healing, right? Imagine them like auric fields that need to be purged or need to be added on. And you do not even understand what the hell's going on. And yet, still, you have to do that work. It's a lot. But connecting with that aspect of yourself promises to support your understanding of evolving consciousness and universal wisdom. You may want to employ this image to help balance your male and female aspects. You might decide to construct your own and embellish it with personal symbols. You may wish to learn one of the breathing meditations that are widely available to help you experience the Merkaba as an interdimensional vehicle. Any way you decide to apply this energy, regard it as powerful and a means for manifestation, bringing dynamic balance and the evolution of vision. The evolution of vision. That you might not be able to escape the work that is going to be expected of you as this version of self, but you can evolve that work, change that work. I believe in this rhythm, and I believe in you, Brother Bear. Like the fact that you friends show up proves to me that love is true. Thank you for being nodes of the universe like that. So, Mel, what do you think is causing the attriation of friends? Hey, Google, define attriation. Attriation, the process of reducing something's strength or effectiveness through sustained attack or pressure. We've already defined this yesterday a little bit, at least I think so, Joy Vive. It is probably, if I'm going to take a wild guess, just the time thing, right? That with daylight savings, a bunch of people do not have the same schedule they used to when they tuned into stream, and now that things are different for them, so is their schedule for consuming content, if you will. The baker turns a lump of dough onto the table and begins to knead. What is the bottom of the dough? What is at the bottom of the dough will not remain there for very long, and it's equally true for the dough on the top. Attendance here will ebb and flow because that is what is normal as people move in their lives. Completely agreed. Thank you, Sam, for saying it so beautifully as well. And again, Joy Vive, like I was trying to make this point a few times, but I don't know if it came through so clearly, so I'll just say it as it is. I do believe that this is a part of my journey of growth, right? Because I'm very sensitive. I'm a very sensitive person, right? So Not seeing Shan's name in chat hurts me, right? It actually hurts me. Not seeing, like Maxine anymore, or Isaac, or like not having seen Nova in so long, or not seeing Nate, or not seeing Sensane. Sensane has also been so long, right? Like, and I can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. It does hurt me, but that's not your friends' fault, right? Like, it's like, oh, I chose to love this person and show myself, and now I'm hurting them by not showing myself or whatever, right? So it's not your fault that I'm hurt. It's my journey of getting better at realizing that this work I'm expecting myself to do, of meeting friends and making connections, it's my work to do, right? And I have to do the work of losing those friends, or having those friends go into a new journey, a new chapter in their life, and not being able to communicate with them, and to be okay with that reality, because that's going to happen more than not, right? So, yeah, there's nothing I can do. Literally, nothing I can do to escape that work. Uh, I'm not gonna stop meeting people. I'm not gonna stop showing up. I'm not gonna stop being who I am. So I might as well get good at doing my work. So yeah, that was today's whole stream topic. Thank you, Joy V, for asking though. I feel it's perfect. You only read half of my comments. No, not what I can see at least. The comments I can see from you right now, Joy, is as follows. You use unnecessary words for the AI. Change is hard. We miss Shannon Beansy. I am inverted triangle. So Melt, what do you think is causing? Then you said hi to Shell. Then you said you only read half of my comment. Wait a second. The part of it is surely the time change, but that can't be all of it. Well, I feel Sam kind of like filled in any gaps if there were any. I think it's a little bit more complex than we realize. I feel maybe one of the things, and this is again where a part of my personal work has to come in. I think initially when I just started streaming and I just started doing the things I was doing for Arpan, there was a certain fever, right? Where maybe you friends could see in me what I saw in myself, and because of the RPAN community and the way that things were set up there, it was almost like there was a certain sense of momentum, right? Like I went from being a nobody in the streaming space to being Meltmore and being that person or whatever, right? And some of our friends joined because they were like, oh, wow, there's this new fractal on the internet that wants to be a fractal on the internet. And people do kind of have a sense of, I want to call it maybe tribalism. I don't know if that's the right word necessarily, but excitement to be first, right? When it comes to support or when it comes to a new experience. And especially so if there is an expectation for it to change rapidly, right? Where if I went from streaming on Arpan to having 5 million subscribers at the end of the first year, there would have been a lot of people who would stay around just for the ability to be like, oh yeah, I was there for Meltmore when he was only like streaming for 20 people on Arpan or whatever, right? Like there's that level of psychology to it as well. And with what we are doing, the longer it stretches out, the longer it takes, the less exciting it gets, right? Where I do believe that what we're doing day to day is work. And today's stream topic, it is work. Conscious evolution is work that you need to do. You need to be asking yourself these questions. And sometimes, more often than not, it's not actually nice receiving the answers to these questions. So I see it from that perspective as well, Joyviv, where uh, my content is definitely expecting you to be in a certain state of consciousness when you watch it, right? And maybe in our current world and our current state of reality, that state of consciousness is very hard to occupy, which I understand as well. Lolo, blessings to you. It's nice seeing your name here. Melt, why not show up at Tate's and see old friends and remind them you are still showing up here? Because I feel bad in doing that, right? Like, I still do. I still have a hard time commenting on other live streams because it feels like the sense of, and I remember that painfully in Arpan as well, where it became this attention sink, right? Where, like, as soon as I say something in chat, it becomes this diversion. And that's rarely what I want. So many of your friends were here too. He's on Twitch almost every other day. We find the spaces we want to find, Shell. Like, it would be wrong in my mind of me, right? To go to Tate's stream and be like, yo, me. Me. How do you again to you, Lolo, bless you. Waves of regression often cause erosion on existing shorelines. Yeah. There are many new people there who would love to meet friends here. Shell, in due time, and I've said this so many times, I know that these moments that we're having, these first few years, are going to be the most significant and special years of this whole journey for me. Because when things change, and they will, right, it's just a matter of time with the way I understand the internet, at least. It's going to change so radically that this space isn't going to be the same anymore, right? So this ability to have this level of closeness with one another right now in stream is something that I'm very aware of and very grateful for, right? Like, I'm very aware that this is not going to be the case indefinitely, so I'm not in a rush to change it necessarily. Mel, think of your channel as life itself. I do. Look at how many millions and billions of years are behind us that have been lifeless, at least on Earth. And then after tons of persistence, boom, life. Life everywhere. An absolute abundance. Unprecedented levels of life just to live and be. You don't need to expect viewers to be in that mind state, but rather expect to be able to give them the opportunity to shift into a state of mind at that moment when they feel ready. I couldn't agree more, Kartha. I'm trying to do that, right? Again, with this, like, personal journey thing. Fortunately, you friends have shown me that you appreciate the work that I do. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be able to continue to. Like, I'm doing it for you, friends. Seriously. Like, it is about the people we get to, touch in this moment. You could skirt that awkwardness by asking permission from Tate to recruit to our Love is true, Sam. That's silly. Everyone does that on a stream. It's actually a thing. Drop in and greet and invite people. Thank you, Shell, for offering so much love. Snow Day here. Bless you. They're good friends, and Melt is projecting. That happens. That happens, right? We all do that sometimes. Even me. It was nice spending this moment with you, friends. I know that there will be many, 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 many more moments for us to share. And we'll share all of those many moments right here, right now. All of the work we will ever do is going to happen right here in this moment. Might not be this moment, this one you're having right now, but it will be this moment, the one we're always having. That work as well, Shell. Like, this whole stream has been like very deja vu for me. Like, I came back from the future to experience this moment right now. To experience this quietness, to experience this lack of anxiety, of stress, of expectation. Acknowledging that I do want more responsibilities. Surely, I do want more responsibility and everything that comes with it. But my want for those things will eventually lead me to getting them. And then I will no longer be able to ever get what I have right now, which is nothing. Once you have everything, you can't have nothing anymore. So appreciate what you have while you have nothing or something. Cable drops in our Discord and invites us to his poetry. It doesn't take anything away from his stream. I know, Joy Vive. I know. I mean, there's like so much I could do, so much more I could do to make it better, more viral, right? But I'm trying to ask myself if it's, do I not have a drive to do that stuff? And I don't know if it's a drive thing. It's more like a desperation thing, Joy Vive. That's where it comes from me. Like I guess like my pride refuses to look desperate, right? Because that desperation in my mind isn't a good look. Like I'm tripping out just thinking about what my psychology is behind why I'm feeling this resistance. Right? Like I would like to believe that the people that find themselves in this stream are here because they want to be, because they find love is true in this space. And I don't know, maybe I'm too proud to ask for people to show up or something. Maybe that's more self-reflection for me to do later today, do that work, if you will. This must be the moment you made a significant change then. Every moment is a moment. Deja vu. I want to start my day with friends together and sometimes laugh together, sometimes cry for a friend. It's the juice. Love is true. That's how to see deja vu. It can also be experiences from past lives, but you must determine that based on how you feel. I think if you came back to this day, it was for a reason. What is my reason for coming back to this day? Again, to experience this, right? Technically speaking, comparison speaking, I have very little. My brother just bought himself a new car, his second car. And I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him, right? What I'm not happy about is the amount of my family being like, "Oh, wow, wow, he bought himself a second car. He spent $17,000 in cash to buy himself this new car." I'm like, "Oh wow, that's cool, nice, great, and whatever." What's the point thereof? So yeah, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say is that I believe there is a lot to be had in nothing as well. That you get something when you have nothing, at least comparatively, right, to what the rest of the world has. You get something the rest of the world can't have. It's that experience that it gives you. This moment of knowing that if everything around me burns down, I'm still going to be the same person, right? I can lose everything right now, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. It sounds rough, right? Like I have a computer, which would suck losing. I have a cell phone. I have the tablet. Uh, yeah. Like I don't have a house or I don't have a car. I have some clothing, so my clothing burns as well. I have some crystals. Like I feel like I'm embarrassing myself thinking about the stuff I have. If I lose everything, literally everything I have, like my clothing, all of it, I'll be kind of okay, right? I think it's gonna take me a while to find a cell phone I can borrow from someone or something. But the work I have to do is still going to be with me in that way. However, in 20 years from now, if I have a family and I have a business or seven, and I have employees and I have multiple assets and children that would like to inherit potentially those assets when I eventually pass away or whatever, instantly I live in a different reality, right? Such a different reality that I do not have what I have right now, the freedom to simply be, the freedom to lose everything and be okay. That version of me doesn't have those freedoms. Oh, I don't want to cry. No, I don't want to cry. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, bruh, what a trip this life is. The fact that the version of me that I'm jealous of, my future self, that has access to even more godlike technology, that has access to more finances that he knows what to do with, that has access to all of the things that this version of himself believes is a sign of being wealthy. That version of me is looking back at this version of myself and is jealous for the exact opposite reason, right? Jealous of me for not having godlike technology, jealous of me for not having enough finances to do what I want to do with, jealous of me for not knowing what the hell is going on in the world, or for being able to just sit here and be calm right now. This is the work I have to do. All of us. And all of us are going to do this work. Like, there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. It's just embracing it at this point. Mm, well, things will surely change when you move and start working. Will you even be able to keep doing this every day? What about yoga too? Change is hard. I don't know about the yoga, Joy Vive. The yoga might have to change because the yoga expects me to set up a yoga mat and have a space relatively quiet enough for me to be able to do yoga, and then have you friends be live on the other side as well. So maybe like be able to have a conversation afterwards. There might have to be some changes of that, but like my streams are not gonna stop. I've made that promise. I'm not breaking that promise. I'll stream every day until I'm dead. So, like, I'm probably going to maybe end up putting my stream up and working, right? Like, if I have like gigs or something, it's gonna be like okay, friends, I'm setting stream up. I have my microphone around my, or on my neck, or clipped to my shirt or whatever. We're just gonna get some stuff done. Bear with me until I can sit down with you friends and have a conversation or whatever. But yeah, change is hard, but change doesn't stop me. I'll melt straight through it. Mm-mm-mm. You did an interview with Tate, remember? Of course, a 3-hour one for that fact. I I gave him a bunch of photos. I still echo the compliment that he gave me when he saw a picture of my dad, where he goes something like, "Is all the men in your family built like shit brick houses?" or something like that, and it just like cracked me up so much, made me happy. Blessings to our beloved Tate. Pride goes before a fall. Also true. I hope your word counts are at least regular. I hope my word counts as your least regular. I always come back because you truly helped me in life when I needed the most. I wouldn't come back if I didn't feel welcomed and loved and genuinely enjoyed the environment. Kartha, thank you for offering that insight, bro. Love is true. Don't feel bad. I don't have a car, nor could I go purchase one in cash. Well, maybe in Rand, but probably not. Yeah. I don't feel bad necessarily. It's just how, like my brother's idea of success is that now, right? Like he spent this whole year working and he earned more money than he's earned his whole life. And with all of this money that he earned, like the $17,000 or whatever, that's like the money he saved this year. He spent all of it on a new car. His old car, in his mind, needs replacing. I would have driven it until the actual wheels fall off, but right, like it's like I get it, and I'm happy for him again, right? And he is into stuff like that, but I can see that pattern continuing. That he's going to be the millionaire, billionaire dude that has 9 cars in his garage. And I don't think I can be that. I cannot be that version of myself. That's not the work I'm here to do, kind of vibe, right? It's not the work that follows me along. It's easy to get lost in criticism, but you have to learn how to take it. I know they may sound crass the way they carry themselves in conversation, but their questioning comes from a place of love. One day you will be successful and content, and they will see your path was walked in the right direction. And whatever you choose to do, you have my belief and my respect. Much love, Mouth. Brick shit houses. Love to you. Thank you, Kartha. Yeah, it's it's an interesting way of being, showing up in this way with you friends. Like it does actively change me, right? It changes the way you interpret yourself, your own value, etc., etc. Hey, Mel. For what it's worth, I bet Tate would love to see you. Okay, I can't unlurk now. Love to you. I feel that. Bless Tate. I think I'm still on his Discord as well. Surely. I'm just trying to find the thumbnail. I'm on so many Discords still. There it is. Tate Taylor presents. I'm trying to see if I can find a link. Mortal Kombat players. I don't know if I can show schedule maybe. This is relatively recent, 3 days ago. 7 p.m. CST. Hey Google, what time is 7 p.m. CST in South Africa? Yeah. 3 a.m. in the mornings. That is probably why I haven't been seeing Tate's streams. His streams are either 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in my mornings. Yeah. That's also probably a part of it, right? It's the fact that we do live in different time zones, Joy V. It does mismatch us just a wee bit. But okay. It is time for us to finish our stream. You define your own success. And by the definition, I am successful, Joy V. I do believe at the very least, right? To have friends that are willing to tune, like 11. That's how many friends we have right now. 11 human beings with infinity as their options decided to be in this stream. Like, if that isn't success, then I don't know what is. The fact that anybody's willing to listen to me, the fact that I'm going to make a flower, a psychedelic flower later today, and then people are going to pay to see those flowers, right? They can pay as little as $1. Aaron, you remember our friend Aaron? He pays me $100 a month. It is life-changing money. And that again adds to the layers of success that I believe I have achieve through this. I'm not nearly where I want to be, and that's the problem as well, right? Where what is success to one person might not be to another, and it is a matter of personal preference, but love is true. I don't like applying for jobs. I don't like it at all. Me and you both, bro. I don't like working in general, but I don't think there's any way out of it then. Again, today's stream topic. The work we have to do comes with us, man, wherever we go. Bike work is done. My father bought me a new bike because mine broke. And I just did some custom mounting for lights and my phone and stuff. So now I can melt on the go on my way to the store now. But it sounds like you're wrapping up. So if you get a chance to make a fractal or something, I'll message you on Patreon when I get a chance with my info. Much love, Mel. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Love to you, dear Kartha. It's so dumb. It is pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie. But it's again, it's the same dumb that is it's work eating food, technically, Dan. Right? Technically it is work. Technically, it is work playing video games. Right? When you're playing Spider-Man 2 and you have an objective, deliver package or beat the living daylights out of this bad guy. You have to put in the work of like manipulating those little thumb stickies and pressing those buttons so they can punchy punchy. That is still work you're doing, right? So the point I'm trying to make today is that work, that you showing up in the world is inevitable, right? You can still get good stuff from it. That's the other side of it, Dan. That's where even though it is stupid, even though it is bullshit, even though it's dumb, there is still some good that comes from it, right? Where you can find satisfaction in your work, right? This is my work, and I do find satisfaction in it, even though it can potentially hurt me if there's less friends here than usually, right? When it's again me making a mistake. I'm being dumb by thinking the importance is there's five less friends than usually instead of there is 11 more friends than zero, right? Like it's again me being the dumb one. I can still get the good from this work that I'm doing if I just reframe my own mindset. Like cut the BS. You either need to do QA or not. You either need me to do QA or not. Yeah. Bro, getting asked questions by people that don't know what they want you to do. Yesterday's flower is going on red bubble right now. Yesterday's the 5 or the 6 one. I remember posting the 5 one. This one is so good looking. I'll agree. Like look at those. This shapy. Mm. Hot damn, that's sexy. This little dude looks so fresh in the center as well. It's a good looking flower. Yeah. That's the day before's. This was yesterday's. I don't know if yesterday's came out so well. It seems dark, but it was meant to be dark. I was feeling some dark energies while I was making it, but it still turned out amazing. Look at them textures. These little thingies. And then these little handsies reaching out and trying to reach for this little thingy. Yeah. Psychedelic flowers. The blue one. Yeah, this one is so good though. Also one of my personal favorites in a long time. Think so. No. Nari. I don't have anything on my tablet that I don't want you to see, but I do want you to see the things I want you to see. That one was very special to me, and this one as well, actually. I felt this one didn't get as much love as I wanted it to get. Like, I really like the way this one turned out. Some cool swoopies. Okay. I'll literally just sit here like a dad who is proud of his kids and show you pictures of my flowers all day. You want to see more of my flowers? No, I'll show you some flowers anyway. Maybe this one. This one is also pretty cool. Okay. All right, enough. Enough. Did I turn this on? No, not yet. Nah, eating food has a valid purpose. Yeah, working, doing your work can also have a valid purpose. That's the point I'm trying to make. This shit is just nonsense for the sake of nonsense. No, I mean, it does, like, you can, right? You can make the world a better place through your work. It's just a matter of finding that space, bro. By many people's rubrics, I'm a failure. I'm unmarried and childless, but I'm a huge success in my own view because I think if I had that success, I'd be miserable and trapped. I feel like you're perfectly understanding the fractal I'm trying to touch on today, Joy V. Beautifully said. And yeah, exactly. I meant the blue one. Oops, no, it's okay. Can do that one too. That's super cool. Love is true. Don't even have blue, but that one is amazing. That one for the notebooks I kept for myself. I love your flowers, Mel. Thank you, Joy Vive. Job apps are nonsense, Mel. You can't convince me otherwise. You know what, Dan? I won't even try to. I won't try to convince you otherwise, bro. I'll agree with you. I'll smoke a joint with you and be like, this is some bullshit. Oh, shit. I agree completely, bro. Point I'm trying to make is that that's a part of the work right now, right? I would like to believe that in the future, generations will look back at our current job application process and how we were treated as workers, and they'll be like, how did you survive, bro? And you were like, I had to do the work, man. I had to do the work, the inner work. Otherwise, I would have exploded or whatever. Nah, you don't have to agree with me, but you can't convince me otherwise. I'm not trying to agree with you or convince you otherwise. Uh, I am saying that it's our circumstance, right? Like right now, human beings breathe oxygen, and we have to buy our food with this thing we call money. That hasn't been the case for the whole of human reality. And surely it won't continue being the case for all of human reality. So, no me trying to convince you otherwise. Maybe just trying to convince us all otherwise at this point, Dan. Can we switch over to post capitalism already, please? Please, the AI is coming. The AI is coming. Let's play some Kalimba. My battery is on 74%. Sending Shan some lovin's. Let's see if I can get us a better scene. I don't know if this is better. Maybe this. Maybe this way. This one better? Really? With the plantsies? Okay. Second. Mm-hmm. We love your flowers, Mal. I love you. Thank you, JV, for being one of my supporters. For literally giving the fertilizer and water that keeps my flowers alive. And Samsy's joy. Dad said he dreamed of seeing me married with kids. It didn't feel good. But like dad, I just ran a 5K, paid off my car, and got a degree. Come on, Dad. Come on. Am I not succeeding? Come on, bro. Look at this. Look. It's like, yo, where them little children's at? Ain't got no successes. Ain't got no children's running around or whatever. Oh, dads, please. Oh, mercy. The expectations need to cease. 3 minutes and 33 seconds starting. We have 8 friends watching. We have 8 up dudes. It is 134, 44, 45, 46, 47 right now. Let's go. There we go. As I'm playing my kalimba, I'm listening to my mom talk to one of what sounds like her friends. And the friends are obviously asking about her kids. And I'm listening to her tell her about my brother, who is now basically a manager of this company that he works for. And she asks about me. And she's like, "Oh, what does he do?" And my mom goes, he's doing content creation." I hear my mom saying. And this, I can hear the lady being like, "He's doing what now?" And she says like, "Oh yeah, he talks on the internet." Then she's like, "Oh, how far away is he?" And my mom goes, "Oh no, he's spitting distance from me." And then she talks about my little brother as well. Oh, your fractals, the work we have to do. I cannot escape this person. I'm stuck inside of him. It's a bit of a trip. It's a bit of a trip. I'm a person. What the fuck? Who signed me up to be a person? You tell me right now. Tell me who signed me up. I need to have a stern talking with them. No, 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 no. So much love. I just spent a family vacay with a bunch of five and under, and I've never felt more certain that I don't want kids. These birds. Well, please don't let that rattle you. What you do is very important, even if some people misunderstand. We love you. Thank you, Kristen, for making this work that I have to do internally a little bit easier by echoing and being such beautiful, loving fractals in this world. I enjoy kids probably because they're not mine. I never felt any urge to procreate. I feel the urge to procreate, but that's again ego and pride of me being like, oh, I would give good DNA to humanity or whatever, right? It's not the right reason to procreate technically, and it's not like I have the money to procreate anyway, right? So yeah, that's the joke. Oh wow, Joe is sending us a Shan message. Well, for now it's Joe messages. Love remains true. Let's read our message of love, shall we, to end today's stream. It goes something like, have the mostest beautifulest day. You are so superly duperly big mega lovingly cherished and appreciated, marvelous Meltmore. And all of you, oh so powerfully, endearingly, inspiringly, diligently, kind heartedly, swooningly, amazingly, stunningly, courageously, enthrallingly, charmingly, enchantingly, affectionately wholesome, humanimal critter creatures, doing all of the work here. So much love to you, dear Jean. Sending love to all of our friends. Where is Shan? Shan is healing. There we go. Beautifully said. Thank you, Joy Vive. Yeah. So to give you a wrap up, Dan, we did kind of talk about it a little bit earlier, but we'll do it again. It's 47 minutes past right now. Shan started going off of her Adderall. Did so for like 8 weeks after being on it for 10 years in this journey of healing and finding herself and gaining more clarity in herself. She got called to cease her weed usage as well, stop smoking weed, and then that stopping of smoking weed made clear, you know, for one, her own state of being, and then on top of that, all of the other things that is calling for her attention, and she's actually doing the work. She's showing up for the stuff that needs her attention right now, and we love her for that. Shan is taking some Shan time. We must love her from afar, as we shall. I still do believe her messages should be open. She might be too busy to answer them, but send her some lovin's if you have the time to. She might only read them, but that is the work we're here to do. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me again. Another conscious evolution. We grew a little bit deeper in our understanding of the work we're here to do. Thank you, friends, for doing this work with me. Thank you for making my work easier by being so freaking loving. Seriously. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Love yous. Until we do this again. Goodbye.